If you want more FIFA content from me, I'm now uploading exclusive videos to Patreon. The link for that is down below. And if you want to avoid the random lottery that is FIFA points, you can go straight to the source with u7buy.com. And of course, you can use the code TVM at checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the road to glory. It feels weird saying that after so many weeks away. Thank you for the support on yesterday's video. I'm going to try my best to get as sort of, I don't know, the best of the content that I can produce for a road to glory in each episode. Sometimes it might not be that great, but we might have a topic to talk about which could be quite interesting. So if you ever want me to discuss something in particular, whether it be from the real world of football or FIFA related, feel free to just pop it in the comments and I will get to it. So top comment yesterday was, do I need to check my eyes? Am I dreaming? The road to glory is back. It is back. It might not be what people want, and it might not be the road to glory that people want to see, because I'm not doing foot champs unless I absolutely have to because of an objective. And I'm not, I don't know, not necessarily focused around any end goal necessarily. What I want to do is just have fun, and that's the goal of the series. That's it. That's the glory in this. The glory is, can we enjoy playing this game? Now, I am loving the fact that I can rinse through these Sudamericana and Libertadores League SBCs as many times as I want. I love the fact that I'm picking and choosing the leagues I want to complete so I can sell particular or specific cards. So for instance, I'm not going to do the Bundesliga anymore, so any Union Berlin, Dusseldorf or Paderborn player that we get, straight on the market, 10k, brilliant. You know, I've gone through and I've looked at what leagues I want to complete, and I'll talk about that when we go live. But essentially what's going to happen in most episodes, unless something, obviously when they release an SBC that I want to complete or whatever it may be, what's going to happen is going to be, you know, 5 minutes-ish of gameplay. We'll have that every single day because I'm reviewing cards on this account and so on and so forth. And then we'll go into the live portion where we may end up doing some packs. Chances are we will. And we may end up completing an SBC or two as well. Today, I don't think I will complete the icon today, but we will complete most of it. So tomorrow, theoretically, I will have an icon pack for you guys to watch. Today, though, is the big prep for it. Best news I've heard in months. Nice to have the road to glory back. Thank you very much, Lloyd. Wow, didn't expect to see this back. So happy. So a lot of people are very pleased to see the road to glory back. And as I say, if you are expecting it to be like it was at the very beginning of the road to glory, where we play champs and we do everything, it's not going to be that way, because the gameplay, I'm not blaming the gameplay itself. It's the servers and the connection and the delay in the gameplay I hate more than anything. I don't mind how the game is played. I don't mind if people want to play drop back. I don't mind if people want to pass it round and I can't get anywhere near them. I don't care if people want to do El Tornado crosses, if that's a thing. I just hate the fact that when I'm in game with a 90 plus rated player that has 99 agility, 99 pace, 99 ball control, it feels like a boat trying to turn round. That's what I hate about FIFA. It's not the game itself, it's the connection and the servers and the delay and all the rest of it that goes with it. So that's why I don't want to play foot champs, and especially now, my internet is being throttled by the service provider, because obviously there's so many people using it. They have lowered everyone's speeds to make sure that everyone has internet rather than just intermittent drops constantly. So my internet isn't the best right now, coupled with the fact that EA servers are never that great, with on top the amount of people who are now playing this game where they weren't before because they're stuck inside. It's a culmination of everything. It's a big shit show basically, and it's just gonna get worse, if I'm honest. But that being said, though, I just got a load of comments about the road to glory being back, and I appreciate how many people have actually turned up and said, look, we're happy this is back. I was honestly expecting a bit of a backlash. I kind of thought people were like, no, you should have just left it dead. You know, when someone or people make a good TV show, not that the road to glory was good, but when they make a good TV show, they end it, it's done, and then they come back for a special, and you're like, to be honest, rather you just left it dead. You know, I was kind of expecting that, but I am very pleased to see that nearly everybody, there are a couple of who don't really care. John says, I knew this game would suck you back in. At least I thought it would be team of the season that would bring you back. To be honest, it's it's only the one thing that's brought me back, really, and it is the fact that those 2 league SBCs, Libertadores and Sudamericana, the fact that they are so easy to rinse, and you can quite literally do one in an hour, and it doesn't really cost you that many coins, and along the way you could pack cards that are, 10, 20k. Each silver pack, theoretically, if you're willing to sell everything that you get in the pack, each silver pack you open is 5,000 coins, without packing a Union Berlin, Paderborn, Brescia, any of those players. If you pack one of those, you're laughing. You've paid for another 2 teams. But if you don't, and you just sell for the bare minimum, you're making about 5k a pack, which is just... It just doesn't make sense to not do it, So if I'm doing it off camera, I might as well show you what I'm doing, pick up the cards, complete SBCs, and also it gives me a reason to complete SBCs. There have been many a time where I've looked at a card and gone, like Sancho for instance. Player of the Month Sancho is something that I'm likely to complete at some point on the road to glory for absolutely no reason other than the fact that we can. Whereas if we weren't running a road to glory, look how bad that goal is. If I wasn't running a road to glory, I wouldn't complete it because there's absolutely no point. But the fact that we're now running this again, we can go into a game with him and I can show you the gameplay of him in the beginning of the episode and then move on to do something else in the second half. Speaking of which, here is that second half. Ugh, smooth transitions. I've not lost it. Right, so in terms of the transfer list, if it wants to work, I sold Alaba for 85k, bought him for 75, 10k minus tax profit. Didn't actually buy to sell him, but it worked. 4 Paderborn players have sold. I had them in my club, and I went through every single league, and I've decided what leagues I'm going to do and what leagues I'm not going to do. And there is one league in particular that I want to finish and then never do it again. Well, maybe the easy teams, but then when it comes to like the silvers, I won't bother. And that is, I'll show you those leagues in a second. So Germany is not a league I will complete again because the teams that I have left are far too expensive. I've done everything up until a point where we have, I think, 3 left, maybe 4 at a push, and they're all really expensive. So you can sell these Paderborn players for between 10 and 15k each, which is exactly what I've done. So I've made a lot of money there. Packed him yesterday. No, did we pack him yesterday, or did we have him in the club? Either way, he's a Shamrock Rovers Irish player, and he's only 48 rated, but he's selling for 8,000 coins in before I get banned. Either way, though, I'm up to 704,000 coins, and I'm about to submit my final team for the Sudamericana again. So we will pick up another 88 rated in just a second. I've got a few cards here that I've obviously been buying, and they were cheap enough at the time. So there's 450 coins there, 300 coins there. I think I bought him for 550. It's amazing, actually, right? Some of these cards, they're like the 70-something rated. I think there's a... Is it... can't remember his name. The Colombian Cam that plays for Buenos Aires. He's like 400 coins, and I didn't even know it was possible to list a gold card for that low amount of coins. I'm guessing it's some sort of glitch with these cards that... Not glitch, but like not programmed correctly as if it were a gold card. I don't know, it's weird. I can't remember his name. It's really frustrating. Quintero? No, that's probably wrong. I don't know, who cares? Anyway, I'll relist everything on the transfer list. That can go up. I'm hoping today for 6 o'clock content, which I will be making the video of, I'm hoping we get ourselves the 84 plus upgrades, because that will help me tremendously on my quest to pick up the icon. Luis Muriel dropped yesterday, and there's... Where is it? Earn a play moments Muriel celebrating his solo goal versus Sampdoria in the Serie A 18-19 season. Now, he got an inform... I saw this earlier. He got an inform for that performance back when he scored the goal. Last year, then, he got a Team of the Season Moments card, and they said celebrate his goal versus Sampdoria. And now they've given him a Player Moments card for exactly the same reason. Luis Muriel has managed to squeeze himself 3 special items from 1 goal. And I would imagine that no other player in the history of FIFA has managed to do that. So well done, Luis Muriel, for milking it. If you wanted even more proof that EA just don't have an imagination, this is it. I mean, the card is fine. It's a little bit overpriced, but the card, nothing wrong with it. I don't care about it personally. If anything, it's a little bit behind the curve of what you can expect now, because if you go back and have a look at like Scream Ed and Jekko, and you compare the two, they're actually not an awful lot between them. That card came out in October. This one has just come out at the end of March, and they're not too dissimilar. So, yeah. There should be a French Player of the Month either today or tomorrow. We're waiting on that to be reissued. Of course, here is the icon pack. Now, the 88 rated team I have complete. Apart from this guy over here, we need one chemistry, which I can convert Shaqiri down. When I complete the Sudamericana now, I can take Dominguez, and submit this away. Now, you might be looking at that and thinking to yourself, how can you possibly be thinking of getting rid of Kevin De Bruyne, getting rid of Son, getting rid of Sane? They're all untradeable, and I never use them. Like, De Bruyne has been used a fair few times, I suppose, 21 games. He's just not good enough anymore. His agility, his balance is awful. He's not the quickest. Apart from that, of course, he's fine. But in bad gameplay with a slow player, it's just a bad combination. So I don't mind giving him up. He's a League SBC card, and that is a league that I am going to continue, so we can pick him up again. Correa is a League SBC card. That's the league I want to complete one more time, so I will be able to pick up Correa again. Of course, we haven't used Sane since, well, for ages. Obviously, 132 games, but I haven't used him in so long because I've got Trossard. And I've got, is it Trossard? And I'm also going to be building towards his higher rated card as well. So there's no need for him. Heung-min Son has had barely any game time as well. Only 12 games played. And I think that was for a review. And he's untradeable as well. So I don't mind submitting this away. Because half the cards I can claim back again anyway. The whole point in these two, of course, is that we can actually get this side of the SBC done. The 85 rated team, I don't know whether I've done this or not. No, I'm one rating away, but again, League SBC card there in Musonda. I don't actually plan to complete that league again. I think it's the Dutch league. I wouldn't rule it out, but I'm not planning on doing it, so we'll have to wait and see there. The rest of those cards are completely irrelevant to me, and of course Odegaard, I have a better version in the 85, so I'm really not that bothered with the 84. The thing that's just dawned on me, actually, really frustrating thing is there's no objective player this week, which is really irritating. They could easily have given a random player moments card from back in FIFA 16, pick the best player from that team of the week, put him in as an objective and said, look, go for it. Because at the moment, apart from grinding the menus and maybe playing Weekend League, there isn't an awful lot for people to do. It would have been nice for them to do that. I went through this again yesterday, and I completed this, ready to be submitted today. That is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Those silver cards are completely irrelevant because they're all from a league that doesn't have an SBC because you have to use the special items. And then the gold cards, the Bundesliga I'm not doing again. And the Dutch league, I mean, I'll pack him again anyway, but I'm not doing the Dutch league to the best of my knowledge anyway. I might do it once if I have enough, but I'm not going to actively go out and do it. So we can submit that, get ourselves a 25k pack. And we can go back around that League SBC again. I think this is a really good SBC. I love it, right? Because you get an 88 rated card at the end of it. It's not too difficult to pick up and complete. But I feel like from an EA point of view, they've kind of messed up a little bit here because it's so easy to complete. And the cards pop so often that people like myself can sit here and grind it. I mean, it's not difficult to grind it. It's just time consuming, right? And I think as far as they're concerned, they probably don't like that. But they kind of not even shot themselves in the foot. I reckon it's a good move. I like from a consumer point of view. I think that's a very good set of SBCs, and the fact that we have like the likes of Vidal in there that just never expire. Chances are I'm going to pick up the majority of these at some point. Vidal would actually fit into one of my teams, and he's a very good card, so I really wouldn't mind picking him up at some point. But the icon is what I want to do next. So what I'm going to do right. Do I do it now, or is there any point? No, I'll submit it all tomorrow. There's no point submitting that section for the icon today because I can't complete the rest of it. What I want to do is go through this league one more time, get the 88 rated card to help me in the other 85 rated squad, potentially get myself a couple of upgrades if they drop that SBC today, so that we can, what I want to do is actually go through the leagues, so that we can get both of those done. So I'll get those done for tomorrow. And I want to complete this today as well. So that'll be for 185 rated squad. That'll be for the other 85. And then I'll pack it with what 84s we have in the club. Maybe I'll buy some. I'm not shying away from buying cards if I need to. And hopefully if they bring out 84 rated upgrade packs today, we can submit a few of those. Obviously I'll show you them in the video. And then we can complete the icon and open that and get in the Kata tomorrow. That's going to be brilliant. Now in terms of what leagues I'm going to do. Now Bundesliga, like I said, not doing that anymore. I've got Dusseldorf left. I think I've got, is it Freiburg? No, Paderborn is left. Union Berlin is left, and just those 3. So those 3 are the most expensive. I won't complete those. I'll just sell the cards I get for them so we can keep making money. And any other card I have for the Bundesliga, I'll be able to use in, like, for instance, Flashback Vidal and things like that. I'll be able to use the Bundesliga cards. Like I did with Palacios for the Sudamericana Argentina squad. I just used buy a Leverkusen player because I'm not going to complete that league again. I've thought about this long and hard, and it makes perfect sense for me to be able to do this and rinse it very quickly. So the Chinese League is one I'm going to continue to do. There's an awful lot of silver packs in terms of rewards. There are also prime mixed players packs and things like that, so there are still chances of packing some gold cards in there and some big cards as well, so we'll continue with that. The French League, I'm going to play it by ear, to be honest. I don't really know whether I want to go through that constantly. It's not easy, but then at the same time, I do actually want that Cyprian. I do like him in real life, so it would be nice to be able to pick him up and play with him. But we'll see where we are with that. I've not really looked at that with any great detail. The MLS, I'm selling cards. I've done a bit of bronze pack method yesterday, and I've started selling them off. I don't really care about it. I've only just completed it, so the chances of me going through that again, slim to none. It's not an expensive SBC to go through, to be fair, but I'll be alright. Liga NOS, not doing it. Too many expensive teams. Just going to keep selling these off. Serie A. Now this is an interesting one because you get a 87 Verdi, which is not it's good, but it's not as good as the other leagues could be, right? Now the only difficult team here, there might be 1 or 2, but Brescia. Some of these players are upwards of 20,000 coins on the PC. So for that reason, I think I'm going to complete Inter, and I'll probably do, like, Lecce is only 6 cards, so I'll probably complete them, and I'll probably get through Sassuolo. May end up doing Spal and Torino if I get the cards, but at that point I'm just going to knock it on the head, and I won't be completing the Italian League again, purely because of Brescia and maybe Hellas Verona. I think is quite expensive as well, but I'm not going to do the Italian League again. Saudi League, yes, same reason as the Chinese League. So many silver packs available. Why are silver packs important? Because A, you can re-rinse the Saudi and Chinese League for all the silver cards you get, but B, chances of us packing those Libertadores and Sudamericana cards are very high, so we can rinse those SBCs very, very quickly. And the Premier League. I'm going to continue to do the Premier League because there's only really one expensive team in there, and that's Sheffield United. There are a couple of other tricky teams, like Southampton is quite tricky, Wolves tend to be a little bit tricky, and you've got like Norwich and stuff like that. They can be expensive, but Sheffield United realistically is the only team that is going to cost me a small fortune to complete. But with the amount of silver packs we're opening, hopefully it's only a matter of time before we pack a few and it'll offset the price. The reason I want to continue with the Premier League is because we get Shaqiri over and over again, so it's a relatively high rated card. You get a 35k pack for completing Manchester City, which is good. You get, I think, is it Rare Electrum? No, a rare gold pack for completing Liverpool. You get a small prime for completing Leicester. And there's one other small prime for Burnley, which is quite good as well. 25k pack for Brighton is quite good. Small prime for Bournemouth is quite good. A 25k pack for West Ham is pretty good as well. So the packs for Premier League are actually not bad at all. So that's why I'm going to continue to do that. And I want to run through... I'm not going to do either of these either. I'll just sell those when I get them. I want to run through the Liga or La Liga again one more time, because you get... I mean, I may continue to do this constantly. It just depends how expensive certain things are. I've not really looked into this with any great detail. I can't remember if there are any really expensive teams here. Off the top of my head, there aren't any Paderborn style teams where they're really expensive. And of course, Sevilla, you get a small rare gold players pack. Madrid and Barcelona, you get some good packs back for those as well. 35k packs for each of those. And I think Atletico gives you a small rare as well. So the packs for La Liga are really good. So I want to go through it at least one more time. If not, like the Premier League, just keep going through it as and when I can. And that brings us to the end. Of course, these are all player cards, which I would imagine at some point I will complete. Ramos in particular, want to pick him up. I would like to get Alexandro, and I would like to get Jerome Boateng at some point. There's no rush, though. There's no time limit on them. I'm not in any great rush to get them. That guy there, Brescia, 2 Brescia players, making us some nice profit. They didn't sell first time round, but they sold second time round, and that's the beauty of opening the silver packs. Now, I will do all of the silver packs off camera because they're not that exciting to open. I know a lot of these are going to contain silvers, and some of these are not very good packs at all, but we have to make do with what we have. If you don't enjoy watching the packs. Oh dear! If you don't like watching the poor packs, then I apologise. But there we go. That's fantastic. That's actually insane. I know he doesn't go for a lot, but when you're going through the SBC, saving 1,000 coins here or there does make a massive difference. So the more of those that we can pack, the better. What's the next words pack? Yeah, the mixed players pack. Yeah, if you don't like watching these packs, I apologise, but that's kind of what I wanted to do with the Road to Glory. It's what I wanted to bring back. It's what I would be doing off camera, so this is why I wanted to show you. But in this situation, for instance, I don't need to keep him, but I will do because he's not really selling for an awful lot. But Martin of Derby County, we'll sell him on for just the bare minimum now. Just get it gone for whatever price you can get. So any coins we can make back, I will make back. Unless it's a Shamrock Rovers player, they're not really selling for anything, unfortunately. And same for these type of cards as well, because they're very unlikely to get any sort of league SBC, but I've got a load of room on the transfer list that I can just sell everything. I used to discard things like this, but I'm just going to try and squeeze every coin I can. I won't show you every pack all the time, but if there's time to fill or whatever, then I will do that. Let me just skip through a couple of these now. So there's another one that we've managed to get. It's a Peruvian player. We also pick up a Real Madrid player as well, which is really nice for the next time we go round that. I don't care about this card because he's obviously in a league that we don't do anymore. But this guy is not going to be worth an awful lot here. He's worth about 1,000 coins. Now, I could sell him and probably get 700 coins very, very quickly for him. But instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is actually keep him, because chances are I will need that card again. So that's the thought process. That came out of a small Electrum Players Pack. This is the next one. And we do get a rare, but we don't... a rare gold, I should say. But we're not going to get a board. The rare gold is Uppermancano. This is the last of the quote-unquote bad packs. We're not going to get a board in there. We are going to get a rare, but I mean that was kind of a given anyway. But the next 3 packs realistically should be decent. Now hopefully he's worth a little bit because I'm not doing this league again. We can maybe sell him for 500 coins. I did see a MLS bronze in there as well. He's not really selling. I'll try and sell him for the minimum. I'll list him up once. If he doesn't sell, I'll just discard him. Pop that in the club. He's probably not selling for anything, is he? Again, is it minimum 300? Yeah, I'll just discard him. It's not worth trying. And then we've got this guy who sells for nearly 1,000 coins, actually. So not bad. We can maybe list him up for 950. There we go. And away we go. Now, the next 2 packs are pretty good. Small Prime Electrum. I mean, you get 3 rare, 3 gold, 6 items. So we could hit something. We could not. I mean, to be fair, there are quite a few things I'm hoping to get in these packs. It's not just boards. Just because you don't see board doesn't mean it's not going to be a value pack. So, unfortunately, on this occasion, I don't think that is a great pack. Well, I'm going to keep all the gold cards because they will come in handy for stuff. I'm not just going to try and sell them off unless I know they're worth something. But, like, for example, what we could have had in there then was a decent silver. We could get a Libertadores Sudamericana card. There's plenty of possibilities. Just because you don't get a board doesn't mean the pack isn't going to be value. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything good from these packs, unfortunately. We do get an Irish centre-back there who... there we go. He's worth 3,000 coins. And that in itself has just paid for... I mean, if I could sell it for 2,800 coins, that in itself has just paid for maybe, I don't know, 4, maybe even 5 players for one of the squads for Sudamericana. We get Kenny in there as well from Schalke, selling for about 700 coins. So that again in itself pays for 1 or 2 cards for the Sudamericana. He's not going to sell. We'll keep Barnes because we need him. Aston Villa CDM, who again sells for about 800 coins. It just all adds up, and you just, when you look at it, you think, oh well, I've not got a board, I'm going to walk out, I don't care. But then when you go and dissect it, it's not exciting, but you are making money from this. You know, it's just like that pack, that one pack. Okay, that was a... I can't remember whether that came from a League SBC or whether it actually came from the Sudamericana League SBC. But either way, that pack alone has nearly made me 10,000 coins, which is essentially 1.5, 2, maybe even the majority of 3 squads, which is just crazy. This is the 25k pack for completing the Argentinian team, I think it is. We don't get a board on this occasion, so the hope is that we get one of those black cards. And we do, and it's a good one as well. It's an 76 rated centre back who sells for about maybe 1,500 coins. Not bad at all. Bunch of cards in here we can use for certain things. Most of them are Italian and Bundesliga, unfortunately. Although there are a few Italian clubs that I've not finished, so they may come in handy for finishing certain clubs if I get enough. But no, that pack isn't actually as valuable as the previous pack, but it's still a good pack, and that's the level we're at with this Road to Glory. We'll still have rewards. I'm still doing squad battles, and I'm still doing. Why is he selling for that amount of coins? Is he really selling for 2,000 coins? Because if he is, then that's just taking the value of the pack up to about 5k, if not a little bit more, which is just crazy good. But it doesn't look like it, but we have actually made maybe about, I don't know, 30, maybe even more, but just conservatively, maybe 25 to 30,000 coins just from opening those packs. It might not have seemed like it, but we have done. So I've probably spent maybe 40,000 coins, possibly 50 at a push. I would say 50. Let's just go again. Let's be conservative. 50,000 coins on completing Sudamericana. I actually completed a few of the Libertadores stuff as well, because I think I was on 3 yesterday, so I'm on 6 now. I don't go through that as often because when I look for the cards, they're not that cheap because I'm looking in the night. What I need to do is try and do this in the afternoon so that there's more on the market, and especially when EA drop promo packs, there'll be even more. But I've maybe spent about 50,000 coins to complete the whole thing. Picked up an 88 rated card, which is going to help us complete the icon, and I've probably made about 25-30k back on it. So I've only really spent 20,000 coins on an 88 rated card. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, it's not that great for all the work you've put in, but one day, from those packs, we will hit something that is maybe worth 25-30k by itself. So that's the goal. And of course, with this, I don't know if I've got any of these teams completed. I think did I complete one? I mean, I started with that one and I gave up halfway through because there were no cards on the market for me to buy. But as you can see, this should be done tomorrow. That'll be an 88 rated card that we can pick up. There's only 3 segments left and they're the lower rated ones as well, so it's not going to be expensive. The difficult thing about that is it says max silver, so what I need to do is either pack loads of the bronze cards or I need to go and buy them, and it's just a case of waiting for them to come on the market. But we'll pick up 2 of these tomorrow, and we'll hopefully have the icon complete tomorrow as well. I was going to submit the squad today, but there's absolutely no point whatsoever. That's going to do it for your content for today, though. I know, not amazing, and that's pretty much what we're going to have on the Road to Glory. Some days will be like this, where we're not really doing an awful lot, or we won't have an awful lot to show. But there'll be episodes like tomorrow, where you get an icon, and you get that sort of moment of adrenaline and what have you. But more gameplay tomorrow, icon pack, more SBCs. That's what we're doing. If you have enjoyed this episode of the Road to Glory, and you're excited to see more, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.